Hi guys, and welcome back for another episode on Gloster Canary Australia. My name is Alfio and this is episode 5. Now, I do apologise, there has been some changes this week. I know I've been talking about the 9th of March was the show at the Gloster Club of Victoria, but due to the hot weather this weekend, the show has been rescheduled. So that's what's happening on this episode. Also, I will be showing you guys with a buff bird what color or what type of feather is recommended to pair up with the buff and what is not recommended. Okay guys, here we have are 2 buff birds. Over to the left, we have a cleared consort, and over to the right, we have a lightly variegated consort. Now guys, what we have here is a perfect example of 2 buff birds. Now, especially for all you beginners breeders, buff to buff is not really recommended like I have done it in the past, but through my experience, try to avoid putting 2 buff birds together. It can cause a number of things. The feather quality isn't as great, and also the yellow color starts to become washed out over time. Now, as you can see here, are 2 nice buff birds with good coloring, and reason being for that is I don't put 2 buff birds together, but everybody is different, and if people want to go ahead and put buff to buff, that's fine, but this is something that I do that works for me. Now guys, this is what I call the ideal breeding for a buff bird. You've got the light feathered buff on the right, and you've got the hard feathered on the left. Now, what I find over in Victoria is, I'm not sure about the other states in Australia, but in Victoria, a nice hard feathered bird is very hard to come by. So I'm very lucky to have one in my bird room. So this is the ideal. Now, if you say to yourself, well, I don't have a hard feathered yellow, what are my options? Okay, option number 2. You can go cinnamon to buff. Now, not everyone is into cinnamon birds, each to their own, but I actually like my cinnamon. So if you don't want to go down that way using a cinnamon bird, this is your next option. You can also go buff to white ground. I did a breeding like this at the last breeding season that we just had, and I produced white between the white ground and the buff bird. So that can be possible also. So what we got here is obviously a buff bird to your right, but to your left, we got a heavy variegated green. That's another option that for you beginners, you guys can go and try that. Okay guys, we have finally made it to the Gloster Club of Victoria. So in a moment, you'll get to have a rough idea what the club is all about.
Our March meeting, which was going to be our clear light variegated yellow, cinnamon and white band show, but unfortunately due to the hot weather, it's going to be 39, 40 today. There won't be any birds. I think everyone knows the ruling. Most clubs have a ruling like that. They have different temperatures, but generally 34, 35, anything above, no birds.
We did have one and it was 30 degrees.
Yeah, well 30, but when you get up to 40.
Yeah, well this is air conditioned over in
Yeah, no, the problem is you still got to transport them in a car there and back. Not everyone's got air conditioned cars, most people have, but
I'd like to think that everyone has air conditioning in the car nowadays.
some people don't. The old cars.
Yeah, but after when you take it from the car, you know when the heat.
Yeah, clean.
Just go around and out.
Yeah, we're gonna rotate the
Sorry, up
names.
the queue with bees before sea.
It says, what about raffle? Anyone want to do a raffle today or just?
It's up to you, do it, I do it.
Okay. It'll be a showcase, shall we?
Yeah.
What's the showcase today?
All right.
Do it?
Yeah, we'll do it. Why not?
Okay.
Well,
Just by the way, we do have 2 new members.
Yes.
One, what's his name, Peter?
Dimitri, is it? Yeah.
That's one from an officer and there's another one.
Oh, great.
Dimitri sounds Greek.
where's this?
Yeah, he's Greek.
You think it's been
There should be
covered with the over?
yeah, the cupboards up. Gloster Canary. Just the one Gloster.
Oh, yeah, the same one. Andrew Christo, Andrew Christo,
Yeah,
Illawong in New South Wales.
Your mum and you started the club, the Gloster Club.
No, it was an offshoot of the Australian, I think CBA, Canary Breeders.
Okay, still, you were pioneers.
We had a lot of Gloster breeders and then it was decided, we'd start a club for the, and that's how it all began, but
Okay.
no, it just, well, my mother was in too, but she was a member of the CBA anyway, so it was her cousin that was brought the Glosters to Australia, so
Yeah.
that's why the interest was there.
Okay.
And then when I went to England, I found out all the details and I think I joined us up then to the overseas lot. So, but we'd already had our own club at that stage.
Great. Yeah, I thought that would have been a good way. I think we voted on it to have one given to the champion bird there because everybody gets one each year. But I don't want to just hand one out and lose it. I want to get them as mates and just keep it all the time. So.
What was it? Say it again.
The Gloster Club of Victoria.
Okay.
Facebook page, we now have 42 online members.
Oh, fantastic.
And so that's just a little bit of exposure
Yeah.
to online presence for us. 42.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And hopefully it'll just continue to grow.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a Facebook page, I suggest that you jump on. It's very easy. All that stuff you hear about them mining all your information and stealing all your money, it doesn't happen unless you look up silly things like naked women and stuff like that. If you're only looking at canaries, well, you've got to be careful. There won't be.
While you're on that, big thank you to Alfio too. He's doing a terrific job with his little videos and
No
I don't,
worries.
has anyone seen his videos? He's had on, he's got about 4 now, only 4.
Yeah, probably tonight might be episode 5.
Oh,
Might release it
yeah.
tonight.
Very interesting, very thorough. Everything's correct what he's saying too.
Hope so.
Yeah, so he's doing well.
Yep.
It's promoting the club and it's great. And Clint as well, with his the Facebook took over. Fantastic. So it's good to see. Get a bit of interest in the club and hopefully build it up again.
We've had 3 new members so far.
Yeah.
3 new members. I'm getting people in Europe and they're contacting me as well, and people all around Australia wanting birds, and they want new blood. And
I was talking to Alfio during the week, and I said, we had a Geelong meeting on Sunday, and a few people come. We actually had quite a few there. Amazing what happens when the clubs in Spain they all turn up. But anyway, they didn't breed the Glosters, but they said, oh yeah, I know that chap here. Yeah, I said, Alfio, that's him. Yeah, that's great. I've been watching. They don't even breed the birds. So.
No,
Yep.
good.
Yeah, so.
And Mike that does the Five Club one.
Yes.
On YouTube. It's all
yep,
good.
he's been showing a lot of support as well, and we're supporting each other, which is good. So
There's a guy
from Queensland.
England at the
Yeah, he's very good.
Oh, the Canary Room, yeah. Yeah.
He's the one that started it all.
He started all, yeah.
Yeah, I said to Alfio, when I was first in the birds like him, I was so clean, I was similar. Don't keep going. That's
trial.
yeah, you're right.
Number 47.
Oh!
Purple ticket.
Look at that, right on top.
Well done.
Well, decided that's what it's for.
I've got bloody 46.
Oh!
Thanks for
It's all right.
buying the book.
Thank you.
Well, that's about it. Anyway, our next meeting will be our diploma show on the 13th of April. Saturday the 13th of April, so
31st of March.
it's got to it on here. Now your entries, looks like we're going to have to, you have to send your entries to Barry.
Are we gonna get enough to make that work?
Well, I reckon we just,
Diploma show, it's only young birds, isn't
yeah.
it?
It's only young birds, by the way, no one's going yet, old birds. Perhaps we just egg them on the day, I think. Would you be happy with that?
I'm happy to
Do you happy with that? You're happy to just egg those birds on the day?
So is it all young birds for the diploma?
Yeah,
Yep.
diploma's always young birds.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
gonna get maybe 20 minutes before.
Yeah, I think you're right. So
Good
it'll
on
be,
the day, yep.
there'll be separate awards. You have your
Yep.
best cockbird, your best hen. That's it.
Okay.
Notes.
Yep. So does the novice go up against the open as well, like usual, like normal, or how does it work? Or does it stop at the novice then
I think
I
that
think
each-
no, it's
I think separate.
separate? Okay.
So it's me.
I know there is a champion show, so it must be
Yeah.
open and novice.
Because I've got the trophy from last year,
Yeah,
so I've got to bring it back.
yeah.
Next one, yep.
Yeah, so it's champion of show up against open. So there is a best bird in the show. I'm not sure about novice and what the other awards. Best bird, best cockbird, best hen bird.
Yeah, I think they go for each one, for nose and
Right.
I think they get separate assignments.
yeah.
You have to,
Yeah,
yeah.
separate.
Yeah.
But there is a best bird overall.
Overall,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
And that's a trophy.
So I will have one bird for that show, right?
No, it takes one bird, right?
You'll be up against 5, so that's it.
Yeah.
I'll bring my 20 birds, 25.
That's all right.
Milton should have
That's
some.
all right.
Milton should have.
And this is a great show because it's a month before our annual show.
Okay, that's all we have time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and you find that the talk about breeding buff birds was useful. And look, I would like to give a big shout out to all you people that have supported this channel and my Facebook page. With all the support and all the positive feedback, motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing and putting on more episodes and posting more things on Facebook. So if you guys haven't checked out the channel or the Facebook page, it's Gloster Canaries Australia. And I would like to also give a big shout out to Mike from the Five Life. Mate, I really appreciate it. You have supported me from day one. And your show, I've watched every show that you've put out, and I really enjoy it. And it's and just keep it up, mate, because you're doing great things for the hobby. So that's all we have time for today. So I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate it.